Pakistan's Elite Special Forces Unit, the Special Service Group, or SSG, has been listed as the best special forces group ahead of units such as U.S. Navy SEALs and the British Special Air Service Group. The list by Business Insider Australia ranked them as the best of 9 of the top elite forces from around the world. There may be no real bearing to that ranking, however, the SSG still has a lot of things going on that makes them a powerful force to contend with. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of FTD Facts. I'm Leroy Kenton, and I've been seeing quite a bit of comments asking for us to do a video on the SSG, so here it is. Now, a question I'm throwing out there to you guys before I get into this video is, if you were in the military, what would you be? A fighter pilot, a foot soldier, a medic? Let me know down below in the comment section. So starting off with the facts, the SSG, or Special Service Group, is the main special operations task force of the Pakistan Army. While the rest of the Army is well trained in regular combat situations, these SSG commandos are skilled in special skills like counterintelligence, counterterrorism, and covert operations. Its headquarters is at the Tarbila Cantonment, located in Haripur district of Pakistan. The SSG is headed by a major general and divided into 8 battalions. Each battalion has around 700 men in 4 companies, with each company split into platoons and then into 10-man teams. Each battalion is commanded by a lieutenant colonel. Now, in terms of recruiting now, the earlier thought process of hiring recruits was to spend as little time training them as possible. They did this because in the earlier years after gaining freedom from the British, Pakistan was not very rich and it had to cut a lot of corners. And the SSG was first called the 19th Baloch when it was created in 1956 after combining the 7th and 10th Baloch Regiment and the 312 Garrison Company. The SSG's initial training and orientation regarding tactics was based on the U.S. Special Forces program, whom they cooperated closely with in the Cold War years. The SSG initially had 6 companies, and each company had specialization units specialized in desert, mountain, ranger, and underwater warfare. Later on, Chinese training tactics, weapons, and equipment were also included. Also, the SSG used guerrilla tactics to fight off their enemies and used the element of surprise whenever and wherever they could. They specialize in counterterrorism operations, where the fighters have to be very still and very stealthy. Their first major deployment came during the Indo-Pak War of 1965, and by the year 1971, the SSG had grown to 3 battalions, with 1 permanently stationed in East Pakistan. Now, the training program has evolved over the years, where it incorporates many new elements of modern warfare. But some things have remained the same. You see, the SSG officers must have at least 2 years of prior military experience and volunteer from other formations for 2-year assignments with the SSG. Non-commissioned officers and enlisted men volunteer from other formations to serve permanently in the SSG. As well as, all trainees must participate in a 9-month SSG course at Cheerat. Physical training includes doing a 36-mile march in 24 hours. So these guys are the real deal. They don't play around. Training with the same people and the same instructors can get pretty tedious and also put you in the danger of being obsolete, since the rest of the world is moving in new ways of training. So it's super important that soldiers interact with other countries and their ways of training. This is also a good way to keep the enemy tactics in mind, and so the SSG conducts biannual exercises with the Turkish Special Forces, which they have designated as the Ataturk series. During the 1980s into the 1990s, the SSG held many similar training exercises with the U.S. Special Forces also. Okay, so the SSG Navy was actually created after the SSG Army. After the Indo-Pakistani War in 1965, the Pakistan Navy, under the advice of the U.S. Navy, decided to create its own special warfare unit, the SSG-N, in 1966. By 1967, the United States had finally lifted its embargo on Pakistan, therefore allowing the United States Navy SEALs to provide their training and operational techniques to the SSG Navy. Moving on now, the current SSG Navy headquarters are in Karachi, Sindh in Pakistan. They were modeled after the American Navy SEALs and the British Special Boat Services because the U.S. SEALs have supervised their training. Their training for the SSG Navy is one of the toughest training programs in the world. Hey guys, hear this. The dropout rate for the SSG Navy classes is 80 to 90%. So there you have it, guys. That was some insight on the SSG. Hope you guys really learned something. They're a pretty fascinating group. Hope you guys learned something new, and by no means is this all the facts that there is to know about them. We also did a video on the ISI in Pakistan, so you can check that video down as well. We've also done the military power of Pakistan. We've done a lot of videos about Pakistan. I'll have the link to some of them down below, so check them out, guys. If you enjoy these videos, give them a thumbs up, and don't forget, guys, you can also follow me on Instagram to keep up to date with everything that we do when we're not making videos on YouTube. And don't forget to leave your requests for any future videos down below in the comment section. Hey guys, and before I go, so here's a video on the Pakistan's ISI, and we have also several other military videos as well that I was mentioning. So click on something and be sure to come back here every single day, Monday to Friday, for new episodes. Thank you guys so much for being awesome, and I'll see you real soon in another video.